so let's figure this out. Okay, again, so if you're in this dilemma, that I have a little pin in there, so name this muscle. Okay, follow it along. It's going behind the ankle. Okay, it's going behind the ankle. It's going to go into the foot.
Flexor.
So it's going to be a flexor. So we're looking at my left.
Extensor.
No, it's going to be flexor. It's underneath. So it's going to curl my toes. So look at your left. Flexor what? Flexor digitorum longus. Okay, so that's how I can use my list to help me out if I'm stumped. All right, because hopefully in your head you say, okay, and you're going to have this exact same list. So I'll know, okay, this upper part is the head and neck, this is my leg and my arm, okay? So I know that's leg, hopefully, by now. You know that's leg, so I know it has to be down here, okay? And then I can look at this, and I use, again, how muscles are named. I can try to go with things that help me. So if it's, you know, going in the back, I know it's going to have to, under the foot, it's going to flex or bend the toe. Okay? So we have the flexor digitorum longus here. If I put it here, that's the front of the tibia. Can you lower that a little bit, please? Tibialis anterior. Okay? Thank you. It's nice music, but I don't want to talk over it. And then what's going to be the one that extensor digitorum longus? Okay? So that's why you kind of separate things out, so you can see where they're going. And then you'll have a probe, you know, so you can poke and prod and all that kind of stuff. Okay? Now, if we're here, I'm sorry, I can do this. Okay. What would this muscle be? That'd be the gracilis. It's the most superficial, lower half of the leg. What would be this one? Sartorius. Okay. So now I got those exposed. Here would be my tendinosus. Here would be membranosus. And in the cat we can see the difference: flat, membrane-like, round, more tendon-like. Okay. In the human, a little different. So we have to just remember by location on that. What would this be? This is only in the cat. You're on the right track. I heard it. Adductor femoris. Good. Adductor femoris. And then this one up here, that would be the adductor longus. Okay. What would this one be? It's on the top part now. Vastus medialis. That would be the one in the middle on the top. Use your best. That's on the front. We're making up muscles now. Rectus femoris. Okay. So we have vastus medialis. We're going to have the vastus lateralis out here. And then the one in the middle is the rectus femoris. Okay. Now, up in here, here's where the femoral nerve is. You can see that kind of branching out and going into these guys. We don't have a saphenous nerve. No, I don't. Okay. If the saphenous nerve, this is the saphenous vein, that superficial vein that most of us have sacrificed at this point. And the saphenous nerve goes along with the saphenous vein. Saphenous vein is superficial vein. And when you're talking about bodybuilders, with bodybuilders you can really see the saphenous veins and the superficial veins. The saphenous vein is also what they harvest for doing heart bypass surgeries.
Why do their veins, like when you're stronger and then they're muscular, your veins pop out?
You have less body fat to hide them.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And they dehydrate themselves to make them more visible. Okay, so that's what we have here, kind of on the front and lower legs. As we kind of go around the back, okay, we have that semitendinosus again. What's this one? I've heard of it. Yeah, biceps femoris. And then if I move that out of the way, now I have sciatic nerve. Okay, now here's the branch that's going here. So this would be common fibula. Okay, it's going to the fibula. Common fibula. When you kind of cross your legs at your knees and your foot goes to sleep, it's because you're compressing the common fibula nerve. Okay? Okay, now, what? Okay, so we have that biceps femoris again. Okay, this is that caudalis femoris that raises the tail. This would be the gluteus medius, and up here would be the gluteus maximus. Here's the sartorius kind of from the back. Okay, it actually comes around here. And this little muscle is not on your list. It's called the tensor fasciae latae because it goes to this white fascia. Okay? Now, what would this one be here? Over here, the tissimus dorsi. Okay?
That's the lat. Okay.
And then over here, we're going to have the serratus ventralis muscle. And so I've been able to get underneath the little branches here. So there's a little finger-like projection here, here, there, there. That's the serratus ventralis. Okay, serratus anterior in the human. If we look at nerves, what's this one? Oh, sorry. Go into your funny bone.
Of course, you keep your identity hidden.
Ulnar nerve. Okay. The one going underneath the bicep muscle? Nope. Musculocutaneous. Okay, so it's under the biceps, musculocutaneous. The one going in the middle? Median. And then the radial nerve is hiding up here. Kind of underneath stuff. It's right there. Radial nerve is big. It's flat, wide, and short. Okay, so it's going to come diving down here, and it goes into the triceps. Okay, so then here we have arteries and veins, which we will name later. So what muscles are these? Muscles set. Okay, and then what's the one here in the middle, going toward the palm of the paw? Palmaris longus. Okay, right there. The big one, where our palmaris longus is puny, it's well developed in the cat. Okay.
So where they can land on their feet all the time?
Actually, that's reflexes. Why they land on their feet all the time. But if you think about, cats' paws are pretty. There's a lot of dexterity actually in their paws. Because they can kind of hold on to things a little bit. You know.
Cute when they hold your
catch
fingertip.
that little mouth. You know. No, you're not going anywhere.
It's cute when they hold your fingertip and like just.
Yeah, mine will. I put my fingers in there and shake.
Mm-hmm.
And I have two cats. I have a weird cat. You know how dogs will you scratch them and the little leg will go. If you scratch her back right here, she starts licking herself all the time. She licks her.
I've seen a few cats that do that. Yeah.
I've never had a cat do that before.
Yeah, and also, if possible, she would. Yeah, this cat would lick and start chewing on that cabinet. If it was right there, just.
Okay, here's the pronator teres, right here. Okay, coming down toward the radius. It's right there. Okay, and if I pronation, turning the paw down, you see how it kind of shortens, and if I supinate, how it stretches. Okay, so the opposite motion is going to cause stretching on the muscle, so I can identify with that. The extensor carpi radialis is back here. So that big one right there. Extensor carpi radialis. Okay? I did that. I'll come back here. Now, I've cut away the trapezius. Okay, so that's out of the way. So here's the muscle that's on top of the spine of the scapula. Supraspinatus. On this side, here's the spine of the scapula right there. It's that little white line. So one's underneath the spine. Infraspinatus. Okay. And then if I go underneath here, subscapularis. Now what's this one?
Rhomboid?
Part of the rhomboids, but it's not. Let's wait up again. Thank you. Look on our. Let's look on our. Okay. Well, heck, it's not on your list. No, on mine. Don't need another one.
What is it, just for curiosity?
Here's the rhomboids. Okay, this is called the rhomboides capitis. because it starts on the same origin, but it's going up to the head.
Could that be next to
Oh, it is up there. No, I'm sorry, it is there. Rhomboides capitis. Okay? Rhomboides capitis. So here's the rhomboids. And then this guy under here, that's the splenius muscle. Okay? And it helps them extend their neck and hip. Okay, this is the other side of the serratus ventralis, right here. Okay? It's going to start down here and wrap around the front, in those little finger-like projections. Okay, now we really haven't found a levator. Were you able to find anything in there? We really haven't found any of those on any of the cats, so I wouldn't worry about that one. Because we haven't found it on any, I'm not going to test it and show it up and have you test on it. Now we do need to go to the abdominal muscles, though. Okay, what's this one?
I know the
External oblique. External oblique. Okay, so we see the fibers coming down. Then if I do this, fibers coming up.